Algebra 1, welcome back, guys. Here we go again. Section 3 now. Chapter 7, Section 3. We are looking at solving linear systems by using addition or by using subtraction. Okay, so we're kind of taking it up a notch, and we are solving these systems, but we will be eliminating by either using addition or by using subtraction. And let's go ahead and jump into our notes here. Copy this. Copy this. All right. So take the time, pause the video, copy this into your notes. I've been telling you guys in class, and now you're hearing it again. These notes are important. If you want to up your grade, if you want to do better, you can do that. And it starts right here. All right. And when you have questions, email, message, or ask in class. That's how you got to do this. All right. So here we go. Step 1, we are going to add or subtract to eliminate a variable. All right. After you have done that, and you'll see me go through it, step 2, you will then solve that rest of that equation for the other variable because you just eliminated one. Then step 3, substitute back into either original equation. It doesn't matter which original equation you choose to use. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look here. All right, let's keep those notes right there, but take a look at the problem that we have here. So we are looking now at an example problem that has been given, and take a look at the 2x, take a look at the negative 2x. These guys right here and right here, they can be eliminated. All right, so step 1, we will be using 2x and negative 2x to eliminate each other. All right, so 2x minus 2x, these guys will cross each other out. Then you have a 3y plus a 5y that will equal 8y. Then you're going to have 11 plus 13, giving you 24. And then solve for y. Y is going to be 3. Now that right there is only half of your answer, but it is the majority of all the work that you needed, because now all you have to do is take that value of y equals 3, and you can plug it in to either this equation or this equation and solve for x. And if you look down here, zoom in, they took the upper equation right here to use. And the reason why I would recommend it, book recommends it, everything's a positive. Okay, so y equals 3. We plug that in right here for y and solve it, and you'll get this right here as x equals 1. Okay, so let's walk through this. Let's do one of these problems together so you guys can track with me. We have 3 example problems that we're going to be doing. Okay, so let's zoom in here on the first one. All right, what you should notice is it is set up in such a way already where I see a negative 3y and I see a positive 3y, and those guys will be able to cancel each other out. All right, now how will they cancel each other out? Is it negative 3 minus 3, or is it negative 3 plus 3? And that's plus. We're using addition. So remember at the very beginning, it was titled Solve Linear Systems by Adding or Subtracting. So we have to determine which method is the method that's going to work. And in this case, it is by addition. So negative 3y plus 3y, they will cross each other out. Great for us, because now we're just left with x. 4 plus negative 2 gives us 2x equals 5 plus negative 7 gives us negative 2 divide both sides by 2, and x equals -1. All right, the majority of our work has already been done. Now comes the easy part where we pick one of the originals, one of the entire originals. That's important to understand. I know we eliminated y at the beginning, but now we go back and it's one of the originals where x and y are still there together. So it doesn't matter which one we're going to use. I'm going to choose the top one, okay? So I'm going to take this x value and I'm going to plug it in right there for x. So let's go ahead and write that out. All right, 4 parentheses -1 minus 3y equals 5. -4 minus 3y equals 5. And let's go through our steps. We have to add 4, -3y equals 9, y equals -3. All right, so there we go. That's our first example problem. Everything worked out nice and neat. Let's go ahead and move over to number 2 here. All right, so what you should see are these guys, -5x, +5x. They're already set up where the coefficients will perfectly eliminate one another. All right, now here's a little trick. If they are opposite signs, perfectly opposite signs like this, that's a -5, that's a +5, you will be using addition. Again, if the signs are opposite, -5, +5, you will use addition. If the signs are the same, in other words, if they were both just 5, you would use subtraction. Okay, so here we go. Let's set this up. So we are using addition. These guys will cross each other out. -6 plus 2 makes a -4y. 8 plus 4 makes 12. Use division here to eliminate and get y equals -3. All right. Now I am going to choose the second equation this time because now we have to take y is -3 and plug it in for y. And I'm picking the second equation because everything's a positive. Just makes it a little easier. All right. So 5x plus 2 parentheses -3. Remember that we are substituting -3 in for y equals 4. 5x minus 6 equals 4. Then we add 6, crosses out, add 6. 5x equals 10. X equals 2. All right, there we go. There's our x value. There's our y value. That's the full worked out example 2. All right, now let's move on to example 3. And this one, you'll notice I made a little note off to the side. You need to rearrange the terms. It is not given to you properly. Notice how x and y are lined up, and that is not what we want. Also notice how the equal signs are not lined up. Everything must be perfectly lined up. X, y, equal sign. Let's do that. All right, so I'm going to keep the top equation perfectly as is. I'm not going to change that because it is x, y, equal sign already. But I do notice that my 3x, meaning this guy right here, is going to be moved to the other side. And when I do that, that makes it a -3x plus 2y equals a +6. You'll notice I only took the 3x and moved it over. I kept the 2y, so they're both still 2y. I kept the 6, so both are still +6. Okay, but notice how everything lines up. X, y, equal sign. All right, so now we are going to be looking at eliminating the 3x and the -3x, and they are opposite signs, which means we are going to be using addition. All right, these guys cross out. 4 plus 2, let's go back. 4 plus 2, 6y. Negative 6 plus 6. That is 0. Okay, so therefore y equals 0. Now, what we could do is we could take any one of these originals right here and then take our y as 0 and plug it in. I'm going to take y as 0 and plug it in right here because that is an equation where almost everything's a positive, and I'm good with the fact that it's a negative 6 because that's my constant. So 3x plus 4 parentheses times 0 equals a negative 6. All right, 3x plus 0 equals a negative 6, meaning that this is really 3x equals negative 6. Divide both sides by 3. That crosses out. And x equals a negative 2. All right, so y is 0, x is negative 2. There's your 3 example problems. Take these notes, all right? Review these notes. Make sure that you guys understand it, and if you don't, re-watch them. I know that you may be thinking, why in the world would I do that? I don't want to do that. I get it, but if you want to see yourself succeed and do better, you got to take the time, all right? So let's pan out and see all of the example problems worked out right there for you, okay? Everything you need to succeed, all right? We'll see you guys in the next one.